Hey Jackals! Today we'll take a look at timelines and resolutions, not those ones, but the ones inside DaVinci Resolve. Now let's get digital. The first one is the project timeline, which you can find in the project settings. You'll go to the master settings and you have a timeline resolution. You can simply pick one. You can also use a vertical. This is new with DaVinci Resolve 18.1. And you can also use a custom one. This is my custom resolution. Now when you make all of the changes, also you can change the FPS. Click on the three dots. You can save current settings as a preset, or you can use this as a default preset. Now I've saved these three presets. So I have an IG one, which is Instagram 2K, which is this one, and 1080 by 1920. And then you can load the preset in the current project. And let me just show you that. So I'll put a clip inside. Now if the clip doesn't have the same frame rate as the project, this will pop up. So you can change it or you don't. I'll simply change it. You can then select the project settings. This is now in 2K as you can see, but maybe I want to change this. So I'll load this preset. And now I have the preset inside here. But of course, because the video is not the same resolution, I would have to scale it up. If you want to check what the size of the original video is, hover over the video, three dots will show up. Click on it. And in this case, this is 4K footage. And you can also right click on a clip and choose clip attributes to see the FPS of the video, and you can also see the audio timecode and the name. Now when you add a new project timeline resolution, maybe you want to have a custom one, so let's say 1000 by 200, and you want to save this, you will just give it a name, click OK. So I guess 256 is the minimum that you can go, so 200 was a no-go. So I'll now delete this preset and save this one. So this is now my project timeline settings. What you can also do is use multiple timelines. Right click in the media pool, timelines, create a new timeline, or use the Control N shortcut. So when you make it, you can use the project settings, which means that the timeline will be the same, or you can disable this, give it a different name, and choose a different format. So in this case, I'll just use this one, make it, and then you can use the same clips in a new timeline. And how do you know how many timelines you have and how can you switch between them? You have a couple of options. One is to go into the media pool and you'll see the name of the timelines if you leave them to default. And you can simply double click on them. The second method is to go at the top, click on the drop down menu and simply click on it. And the third option is to go here, click on this icon, and you can switch how this should be displayed. And the thing that you need to enable is stacked timelines. So when you enable this button, this shows up. You can click on the plus and select the timeline from the menu that you don't have already selected. So you can now switch the timelines like so. And why would you want multiple timelines? Well, let me show you. I'll just make a new one. This one will be 4K. So I'll make this one, put the video in. And now because this video is 4K, we can actually export it as 2K and 1080p easily. You would simply go to the delivery page and you would change the resolution to what you want. You would then add this to the queue and render it out. And also change the format to what you want. Now, one issue that I had, and maybe this was just with my template. So I have a template of a countdown timer for social media videos. And what this does is that it breaks if you want to export this resolution as an Instagram video. And let me show you that quickly. And I'll also scale the video down to 1080p or HD. And then I want to export this as an Instagram video. So let's see what we got. This is the original. It's not 4K, it's 1080p. And it's a little bit buggy because this effect would have to cache out. But the Instagram one, as you can see in the preview, it's actually not full screen or full height. Now my template does work for the Instagram resolution, it just doesn't work when you export it by scaling it down. So in this case, I'll go to timeline 2. Also, I'll right click here, timelines, timeline settings, and I'll simply change the format to 1080 by 1350. I could also click here and search for this resolution, but if this resolution is not on the list, you'll have to type in a custom value. So this changes. I'll simply scale this up. And what you can also do, but this is studio version only, you can use Smart Reframe to track object of interest. I'll use reference point and maybe I'll just use it on the ball. And actually, I'll shorten the clip to 5 seconds. And if the reference point doesn't pop up, you have to enable it here and click on the video. So that looks okay. Now I'll simply put on this effect, my template. Now this doesn't look the best, but if this was a solid line, this would look absolutely fine. And now I'll go simply to the delivery page. As you can see, the resolution is set to the timeline resolution that I've just set. Everything else is also set. I'll simply change the name, add to queue, render it out. Now I'll take a look at this video, and just by the preview, you can see that this looks how it should. And the effect is also where it's supposed to be. And that's it. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see DaVinci Resolve and video editing content twice a week, and hit the bell notification icon so you know when my next video comes out. I'm Simon, and until next time, Jackals, keep it digital.